everybody. Toast your ancestors, drink your water, fam. Yo, this is Brother Hatil coming to you live and direct. Family, man. Listen, man, I had to get the extra 15 minutes in, so I was like, so everything is behind, so I had to start off with the song to get myself hyped and ready for the show. I am glad to be here. I'm glad that y'all trust me to toast your ancestors on a daily basis. It's a beautiful thing, and it's a beautiful responsibility, and I love doing it. So we need to upgrade our screens, make sure we streaming on all cylinders. I am assuming, I know for a fact that we are streaming live now on our podcast on Spreaker. According to my screen, it says we are up on Facebook. I'm going to go back to my, we're online on Periscope, we're online on Facebook, we're online on YouTube. So we haven't been having problems with YouTube. Well, my fault. We have been having problems with the sound. I have not been able to look into that because, you know, this is not even a part-time. This is something I have to do on the side a lot of times. So I'm not really able to, how can I put it? You know what I'm saying? I got, because when I go to the adventure, I have to focus on the adventure a lot of times, and every now and then get to squeeze something in. But we doing what we can here at the journey. We do what we can here at the journey. I want to thank everybody. I see Brother Shaka's up in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Of course, we gotta shout out the sponsors, of course. So go on and check out free GNJecourse.com. That's free GNJecourse.com. Or you go over to GNJmedia.now, you go GNJmedia.live. Check us out over there. Get in the competition to get the merch, because it's ready to go. I'm just waiting for the first person to hit that 1,000. And then once again, we got some other giveaways that's going to be coming up. I'm going to try to find a way to finance a giveaway at every mall. Like I said, family, I love to see people be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Because when the brother won this week, won at this last mall, he was surprised, and I was glad that we was able to provide that service. Actually, I was actually proud, because it's like, I was advertising it. I was kind of shaky because I didn't know how the device was gonna let me know, but it let him know, and it gave him instructions to come find me. He came and found me and got his prize. And I loved it. So I'm working on some more merch. So, like I said, get a Daily Toaster shirt. Support what we do. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, nobody respects your thing like you, nor should they. This is our thing, family. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. I see you out there. Great Kujichagulia to each and every last one of y'all. Now, tonight, I'm shooting to do a show, Folktales for Grown Folks. Let's go and read the the folktale that we're going to be covering. Man, and I'm looking so forward to. I got an adventure tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it. And so I have to get my rest together. So this one is called The Lion and the Mouse, and you will be familiar with this one because this one has been used for years, but it's still good. And you get a different lesson out of it every time you listen to it. The Lion and the Mouse. A lion was awakened from sleep by a mouse running over his face. Rising up angrily, he caught him and was about to kill him, when the mouse piteously entreated, saying, "If you will only spare my life, I will be sure to repay your kindness." The lion laughed and let him go. It happened shortly after this that the lion was caught by some hunters who bound him by ropes to the ground. The mouse, recognizing his roar, one of these wires on my foot, good grief. Got a lot of wires in here at the Black Cave. The lion was caught by some hunters who bound him by ropes to the ground. The mouse, recognizing his roar, came, gnawed the rope with his teeth, and set him free. Exclaimed, well, this is the mouse. You ridiculed the idea of my ever being able to help you, expecting to receive from me any repayment of your favor. I know you know that it is possible for even a mouse to con benefits on a lion. Once again, I'll read it one more time so that y'all can be brushed up for the conversation tonight or whenever it happens. Now, for some reason, there's a lot of mistakes on this one, or maybe I don't understand. A lion was awakened from sleep by a mouse running over his face. Rising up angrily, he caught him and was about to kill him when the mouse piteously entreated, saying, if you would spare my life, I will be sure to repay your kindness. The lion laughed, ho, 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 and let him go. It happened shortly after this that the lion was caught by some hunters who bound him by ropes to the ground. The mouse, recognizing his roar, came, gnawed the ropes with his teeth, and set him free, and afterwards exclaimed, you ridiculed the idea of my ever being able to help you, expecting to receive from me not any payment of your favor. I now know you know that it is possible for even a mouse to bestow benefits on a lion. That one is the one for the discussion tonight. Very, very old and one of the most popular folk tales from Aesop. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that one. So now it's time for us to get into the toast. Let me see. I need to get y'all the dates for tomorrow, so I will have that when I come in tonight. I'll get those dates together. Hopefully we will have the newsletter together. I'm having some formatting problems, so I'm gonna try to get that together. I didn't have a lot of time to work on it last night. I wanted to do some more, but I'm gonna get it out because it's been, you know what I'm saying, it's past the 5th. God damn, it's the 10th. Shit. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get this out. Oh my God. Oh my God. But it's those brothers of Gye-Nyame that slowed us down. I'm just letting y'all know. Them sisters came through like gangbusters. We had the Black Yoda come through. You know what I'm saying? He got the 6th installment of the Lexicon of Logic. So go on and check that out. So yeah, the sister, and what was incredible was all the sisters had pictures in their article. So they done took it to a whole nother level. I didn't even have to find pictures for them. And I was like, wow. Somebody know about writing articles here. What's going on, brothers? Well, let me say younger brothers. They know who I'm talking to. Yeah, they know who I'm talking to. So, family, I want to thank everybody for being here. Let's go and get this toast popping. Let's get it popping. So, we got some ambrosia. This one has been aging. Oh, yeah, I got to mix up some because I got an elder that wanted some. So, I'm going to have to mix some up. And I'm going to have to make some I'm thinking within the next 5 to 7 days. I'm going to. I'm in betwixt and between right now, and I got that conference at the end of the month. So I'm hoping to be able to brew something, but I got to, I got some stuff that I have to do because I'm going to the ADOS conference. And speaking of that, let me do that announcement real quick for the ADOS conference. I'm gonna look up the date for that. Just gonna look that up, just in case somebody wanna pop up. ADOS conference. Man, I was watching Rolling yesterday, and they were pretty disrespectful to people that's on the whole ADOS piece, man. I'm sitting up here like, damn, I didn't know they got that. I didn't know Rolling got down like that. But I guess people been taking shots. But he said, if I was to take it personal, according to him, I can't read, I can't count. Him and Julia Malvo, I'm saying, my brother, what's his name? Greg Carr, yeah, man. I was like, God damn. Because, it had a good title. It said, Monetizing Black Culture. Why we got to monetize and take control of our culture. Excellent show. I like good information, right? I don't like all the goddamn beefing. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe I can learn a little bit of this, a little bit of that from different people. Everybody has a certain level of mastery, right? And I know sometimes we fall out, but sometimes this shit just goes a little bit too far. And it ain't just on Rolling Side, because I step into Twitter every now and then, and I'll be like, God damn. These it's almost like intellectual gangbanging in this motherfucker. I'll be like, good God Almighty. You know what I'm saying? Why don't y'all just fight? Just, and we could have a fundraiser. We can get Rolling, we can get Tariq, we can get Tone Talks, we can get Yvette, and let's do a fundraiser. Y'all want to fight? Shit. Let's just get it out. Stop all this goddamn jaw jacking. I'm not really, that beefing on the internet is some whack shit to me. That's just overall. Get your shit out. I understand. So the ADOS conference is Friday, October 4th. Oh, gotta do them push-ups. Nia, October 4th. And Kuumba, October 5th, at St. Stephen's Church in Louisville, Kentucky. I will be there. I got to figure out how many tickets I got. I know I got one more ticket. You know what I'm saying? And, like I said, I still got to get transportation. I still got to get the room. And I'm understanding all the rooms are booked. And I'm sitting up here like, Because, I don't think there's a lot in Louisville. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, shh. So I might have to stay outside of Louisville. I need to see how far Louisville is from Cincinnati. Shit, because I might need to stay in Cincinnati. But, Sasha brought up a point to me that yesterday. Because we drove up under a train. And she was like, how come I never been on a high bridge before? See, you know what? She never been on a high bridge. So I'm thinking about possibly setting up a trip to Cincinnati in some form of fashion and wake her up right when we going, because I know she going to be sleeping. It's something about the car and the drive with me and my kids, because I be trying to, they be falling asleep, but I be trying to stay awake too. You know what I'm saying? We try to wake her up right when we cross that big bridge that allows you to go into Cincinnati, you know what I'm saying, so that she can see, and maybe if we in a vehicle high enough so she could look over, you know what I'm saying, because because right now while my babies is little, it's easy to satisfy them, You know what I'm saying? I know that other complicated shit is coming because they girls. I mean, it's a fact of life. I be looking at these 5th grade girls at my school and I be like, take your water, breathe, breathe, breathe. Cause oh my God. But yo, I mean, you know, like I said, these are our young ladies, so we got to go and work with them. Anyway, so let's go and do this toast. I be like, man, cause they be beefing, man. And what's crazy is, young ladies beef forever. It don't just, it's just forever. And I be like, I mean, forever? For real? You know, but that goes back to the story of Sekhmet or Hathor. You know what I'm saying? Why Ra had to chill her out. Because once she got started, you know what I'm saying, she wouldn't stop until everybody was dead. And like, yo, we can't allow these women to go to war. It's like, God damn, did you see that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, yo, you know, that pure warrior spirit, you know what I'm saying? What's crazy is we got to calm the women down because that shit is, woo, it's like, when they take a disliking to your ass, yo, you know, it's a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd be like, you know, as dudes, we kind of laid back, you know, and boom, boom, boom. But, you know, you get a sister started, and it's on and cracking. And it's like, the younger they are, the more, I'll be like, Lord have mercy, please stop, y'all. Hey, I mean, because really, like the boys, they fight, but the girls, oh, God. And I know I ain't the only one that noticed this. It's like, it just take your breath away. Ladies, somebody, you know, because with boys, in most cases, I could step in and just do like this. With the ladies, I got to have, you pull. Everybody else on this side, pull. Because but anyway, all right. So first, giving honor to the creator by whatever name you choose to call the creator, and I'm about to go through that. Gina is entering 3rd grade. Sasha is in 1st. So I got to try to kind of curve that spirit without, and that's the delicate part about dealing with our children, because we want to guide those spirits and not stomp them out. And it's kind of hard. You understand? It's like walking a razor line, because we know that a certain amount of that aggression they're going to need in business, in jobs. Because we all know, I know everybody out there that had that coworker, that passive aggressive coworker, and in some cases that all out aggressive coworker, you know what I'm saying, that you done had to deal with before. And then on top of that, the system that we're entering requires us to have a certain amount of calluses as well as battle scars, so that we are able to deal, so that we have the innate wisdom to deal with what's going on. I need to know when to fight and when not to fight. I know when to open my mouth and not when to open my mouth. And how else do you get that other than through conflict? That's why, a lot of people be mad at me and be like, you know, young people are going to have conflict. Male or female, they're going to have conflict. This is part of the growth process. And for some reason, we, out of comfort to ourselves, we want to act like this is a total outlier and it shouldn't be happening. when his whole society, let's just keep it real, this whole society is built on conflict. The whole goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? They came to America in conflict with nature. They was in conflict with the Native Americans. They got our ass in conflict. They built this motherfucker in conflict. Then we turn around and be like, well, all the children need to be peaceful. We set up games in conflict. The most popular sport in the world, full of conflict. You know what I'm saying? I'm understanding that, a boy got hit at the Ohio State game, went into a seizure. You understand what I'm saying? It's boxing, UFC, fights on YouTube. All this violence, and we turn around and tell our kids, no. Violence is not the way. We want our babies to either lie prone or ill-equip them for the battle. That's right. They are feral when they oh man. He said they're feral when they revert to it's on a whole nother level. But we got to be clear, right? We got to be clear that conflict is part of growth. Conflict is growth. You know what I'm saying? I mean that the suffering, the struggle that comes with that teaches life lessons. And one of the things that I promised myself that I would be for my young people is a person that would give them an opportunity to mess up, an opportunity to fail. If you ain't do no super damage, we got to be able to work with you and allow you to fail, allow you to make mistakes. Because as a black man, there's very few mistakes I can make in the world. Some of the mistakes that my kids make in my school, other places, they never would be able to do that. But I feel it's my responsibility to allow some of the mistakes and to be forgiving of some of the mistakes because of the role that I have in their life and in the school. Because they'll never get that opportunity again. But hold on. Sister Cynthia's on. Shouts out, Sister Cynthia. Currently dealing with a passive-aggressive coworker every day. And I just ignore him or try to. Right? Because it'd be like they be pulling that chain. So, I posted up an article just this morning. Or was it last night? I don't remember. It was a haze. It was all a dream. Bro, what you are saying is the keys to life. And our babies are not forgiven for theirs. They're not. See, and this is what many white students, white well-to-do students, or coming from well-to-do families, they are able to fail over and over again. I mean, look at the goddamn president. I mean, really, just look at that shit. Just really. You know what I'm saying? Look, I mean, go back to George Bush. You know what I'm saying? Go see the movie W. I don't even have to see the movie W to know that his family provided enough cover for him to fuck up. Right? And what we do, our children mess up, sometimes we want to just turn our back. And we start identifying them with the mistake that they made. As Brother Wakesa so eloquently put it, we attack their being rather than their doing. You understand what I'm saying? And I mean, I even have to watch myself on that shit because I came up through it. Because it's like you mess up, you become what you did. Rather than you did something, you become that thing. You steal, you a thief. Right? You fight, you a bully. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we attack the being and we do it even quicker with ours. And some of us think we're doing it protecting our children. But no. What we have to do is we have to provide them the environment where they can fail. Y'all, and it's like, even with some of these aggressive young ladies, they need to figure out in many ways for themselves, because you could tell. See, and this is what a lot of people, what bothers me. We have a lot of people that believe that just by talking, you know what I'm saying, just by talking, people learn. And we know we got different learning styles out here. We know some people are experiential learners, so they have to be able to mess up. They have to be able to climb the tree and fall down before they really understand gravity or even the concept of falling. Some of our babies, we know it. You know, you could be like, no, don't do that. But they got to try. They got to touch stuff. They got to touch the fire. You know what I'm saying? Some of these experiences, so we have to provide safe places where our children can experiment and fail and be comfortable in failing. Be like, damn, okay, cool. Because when you're comfortable in failing, you can step back away from it and evaluate what you did. Rather than what we do, we make them feel uncomfortable with it. So either they avoid the thing that they think they might fail at totally, or get engaged and just mess up and not even try to glean from the lesson. No, pull them back now. What did you learn? What did you learn? Nah, we ain't got time for that, right? Brother Kwame, my beautiful wives have several stories of those young sisters who were messes as freshmen and sophomores, but as juniors and seniors, they became some of the most mature leaders on her team. And a lot of us got that. Many of us, I mean, what's crazy is many of us that be having the success stories, right? Be having those kids that somebody else went through labor with. You understand what I'm saying? We get the successes. A lot of these programs get the successes from those individuals. Like, you know, because one of the things that be really tear me up, man, is that our kids, some of our kids will leave our school, go somewhere else, and be hectic. I mean, when they get to the new school, it's like, boom, they are tight. Oh, they don't get in trouble. They don't do that. It was your school. And I'm sitting up here like, hold on. You are who you are wherever you go. Right? You know what I'm saying? Rather than looking at the gift that our school gave your young person. We allowed your child to fail here. Several times. We allowed them to fail, and we challenged them to do better, and we asked them to be thoughtful about what they did and how they did it, and is there another way, right? Even now that they're acting right at the school and don't even have a reputation, they mess up one time, what happens? Come on now, give me a break. So here we go. I'm sorry to get sidetracked, but y'all know how I do. Even though I'm running late, I'm later than a motherfucker right now. Cussing up a storm early in the morning. I know some of y'all be like, my precious ears. Brother, I tell my precious ears. Stop it. No, man. Alright. So there was an article that I saw this morning that I want to cover a little bit now, and we're going to cover a little bit more of it tonight. At least I'm going to try to remember. It's called The Capitalists Are Afraid. And there's a definition that I want everybody to check out in this article. It is from Truth Dig, Drilling Beneath the Headline. And you'll recognize the article because it got the Monopoly dude running with the head of Uncle Sam. So, and I just want to start with this beginning. This is by a dude by the name of Chris Hedges. I don't know who Chris Hedges is, but I just read a little bit of it because, like I said, we say that we are in a capitalist system, and I want y'all to hear what we're saying when we say we are in a capitalist system, because one of the things in Gye-Nyame that, you know, I try to do for myself as well as encourage those that are coming through Gye-Nyame is let's start looking a little bit more in depth at the words, some of the words that we use. I mean, it's words that you hear people, you'll say capitalism and everybody just shake their head like they know what what you mean, what we're talking about, right? Capitalists seek to maximize profits and reduce the cost of labor. Let me say that again. Oh, so they're going to throw something up on the screen right when I start reading. The capitalist go dog capitalism, then try to sell me something. Brilliant. Brilliant. I need to use that one. I'm going to write an article about capitalism, dog it out, and then turn around and sell you some shit. Capitalist seeks to maximize profits and reduce the cost of labor. One more time. Capitalist seeks to maximize profits and reduce the cost of labor. Now, what was the perfect motto for capitalism? I'm going to let y'all rest on that one for a second, and I'm going to read a little bit more. Perfect model for capitalism. If it's about maximizing profits and reducing the cost of labor, what is the perfect state for capitalism? This sums up capitalism as at its core. It is defined by this immutable objective. It is not about democracy. It is not, as has been claimed, about wealth creation for the working class. It has nothing to do with freedom. We're going to come back to that. Thank you, Kwame. Of course, Kwame got it. For those that didn't get it, let me see if somebody on Facebook got it. Kwame got it. I want y'all to think about that. I'm going to read that one more time. Capitalists seek to maximize profit and reduce the cost of labor. What is the perfect state? Let me change that so I can make sure that I'm clear, because Kwame say sometimes the way I bring across my questions and surveys and stuff is wrong. Capitalists seek to maximize the profits and reduce the cost of labor. What is the perfect business model? Is that a better way of putting it, Kwame? Would you say that? What is the greatest business model for what capitalism is? And when you understand this, you always understand what you are being pushed or reduced to. All right, on to the toast. We lift up our glass. We salute our creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass, and once again we say, Ashe. Ashe, Ashe. From their family, we raise up our glass. We salute our ancestors, because I'm running late. Our glorious ancestors that combine us and allow us to work together, and through their wisdom made it possible for us to be in this moment and to be empowered. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robin the Tex, Anna Davis, Herman Brown, C. Rosalie, Tilly, Jordan, William, Walter, Chris, Pennicast, and Eileen, Al, Chris, Alfie, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Robert Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Flora, Montague Pimenel, No More Expert, Maya Robin Lee Foucault, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Algeny, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling Lucy Wright, Derek L. Paulina, Alexa Brothers, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Patrick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, K.L. Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, President Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Anna Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rinneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lewis Henderson, Cameron Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Ma'am Dale House Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, B.D. Sarah Weller, B.D. Farmer, Argo Susu, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thorne, Pearl G. Thorne, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thorne, Eric Trish Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keecha Larice, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selma Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bolton, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Woody Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W.S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Eddie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amitep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs, Second Benny Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Miller, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russ, Dillimon Aries, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigella Parrish. Good grief. I'm sorry. William Walter West, Nigella Parrish, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Barry Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DePretis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winfrey Scattleberry, Wilson Haley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spradley, Kevin Spradley, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Will Belongmeyer, Eddie Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Mark Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Simpson, Ball Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Bookie, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, Dave Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Army Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson, Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Roy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, I'm Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula, and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hat Senior, Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson. What is going on here? Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornell Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Frances Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Key Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Molly, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlston Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, A.J. Brownlee Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lloyd Fernandez, Jacqueline Broaders, Reginald Oliver, Marjorie Cooper, George Swan, Imani Gracie, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. By the way, family, for the city of Columbus, we are going to need somebody that know the politics. We're going to need a few people that know the politics. 2023 It's fastly approaching. School board seats are going to be open. City council is going to be open in Gye-Nyame. And our family, I can speak for Gye-Nyame, I can't speak for the whole family. But I think that it is of utmost importance that we start moving towards political action. We need 3 seats on the City Council of Columbus. If not, somebody run about for mayor by 2023, between 2023 and whenever the next election, mayoral election is. We need to start taking over our cities, period. All right. We have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, Aunt Sis. So I'm looking for individuals who have political know-how. How do we get candidates ready? You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily connected to a party. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going in for the interest of the 300,000-400,000 of us that's here. You know what I'm saying? Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, Aunt Sis. I will have a more precise number of how many of us are here. Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks. Because for a while we was talking about waiting for, getting some of our young people ready. But I think the best way to get our young people ready is by them to learn from our mistakes and our failures. So they can look at it and be the Hannibal that come on. But this time they're not going to just move around wrong. They're going to go in and they're going to crush it. Right? Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Clavin. Yeah. Come on, man. Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severn Clayton, Real Life Ed Gye-Nyame Journey, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth, Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Margaret III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Cassandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Aulauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan, Hakeem Nkomo, Albert T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Karimi Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, T-Lar Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander, Cynthia, and Wright. We raise, make sure, we raise our glass, we salute, and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on to the moment. Oh, this powerful moment. I want to give all of the babies born on Kujichagulia a round of applause. A round of applause. Y'all be killing me, this crowd back here. Y'all just sitting there, It's too early for you. Just quit. Don't get fired. Just don't look good on your record, on your spiritual record. You was a spiritual crowd and you couldn't even cheer. All right, anyway. So, today we are going to be out hunting Kujichagulia, looking for Kujichagulia. We're going to be focused on it, right? Kujichagulia is the day and we are activating our reticular formations, and we're going out seeking it, right? Now, for those that don't speak the language, Kujichagulia means self-determination. The demonic principle of the day is justice. The color is indigo. I got on black because I don't like the indigo they've been sending out, but I'm going to get an indigo shirt. I'm going to have to. Correspondence is the hermetic truth. My correspondence is the hermetic law today. The male name for the day is Kwabena. Female name is Abina. Shouts out to all my Abinas out there. We got Miss Nabita. We got Miss Tiandra. We got Gina G. Gina G is a Kwabena. As well as, Abina. A Kujichagulia baby. Like me. We holding it down, family. So, we raise our glass to this present moment because in this moment is all we got. Right now, we're focused on the Kujichagulia, the self-determination in this moment, right? Self-determination that has been modeled for us by our ancestors, and the self-determination that we must use, the Kujichagulia we must use to lay the foundation upon which our children will be able to prosper. We raise our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on. We move on and we move to the present moment, right? No, we're on the present moment. We just did the present moment. We move to the future. We toast our children, our children's children, on to infinity. From there, we move on and toast all of our relations, and we say Ashe. From all of our relations, you know where we go, right? Just that selfish toast. What is it that you need? What is it that you need right now in this moment to move towards the greater you? Come on. Don't be shy. It's all on you. What do you need? Move towards that greater you. Move towards your absolute best self. We lift it up. We say Ashe. Near family, last but not least. Last but not least. I toast the most magnificent, the most marvelous, the most well-developed mind in the modern time. I toast that individual that is the bravest, the boldest. Yes, they outdid all things when they made you. They broke the mold. I lift my glass to you. Yeah, I say you. Even though you might be shy and dodging the toast, you need to lift up your glass and toast yourself. Alright, family, I toast you in all seriousness. And we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Because I am, because we are, and we are because I am. Paradox in itself. Wow. Alright. I don't know. Would that count as a paradox, Kwame? I am because we are, and we are because I am. I don't know. I be getting those things mixed up. Anyway, we lift up our glass, and we say, Ashe. I'm gone. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, 100 years. And as we say in the mighty, mighty Gye-Nyame tribe, Gye-Nyame media, Gye-Nyame journey media, cat in. And that paper will be coming out soon. That newsletter. That e-newsletter or e-magazine. It's about 53 pages. Alright. So family, with that, I'm out.